Hi guys, I welcome you all to the new video of PyNet Labs, and in this video we actually going to learn the differentiation between eBGP and iBGP. So before going ahead with the differentiation, first of all, let's take a little intro over the BGP. Right. So, the BGP stand for the Border Gateway Protocol, and it is a routing protocol, right, which connect you to the different autonomous system. If I just write down the BGP definition, so it exchange the routes between different AS system, right?
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
Now, what is different AS system? So AS systems are nothing but it is a network which is actually controlled via the single administrative body. Let's say I have ISP. This is ISP A, and this ISP is actually managing the couple of networks and router. Let's say this is the network of this ISP A, and all these routers and networks are actually managed via ISP A. So ISPA, so this logical area in which we are actually maintaining all this network and routers, we actually call this AS system. That is called autonomous system. And we can tag this AS value with a number. Let's say I'm connecting as AS 100. In the same manner, let's say I have ISPB. Again, I have some, I have an area that is a logical area, of course. In that area, I have some routers, I have some network, and these are controlled via ISPB only, right? And I am controlling ISPB as AS number 200. So if the router of AS 100 and the router of AS 200 wants to communicate, they need a protocol named as BGP. BGP help them to connect, right? And in the BGP, we are getting the concept of eBGP and iBGP. Okay, so now let's talk about the eBGP first. So eBGP stand for the External Border Gateway Protocol, right? And eBGP, it used WAN, two BGP routers are operating in the different AS. Okay, let's say I have AS number 100. In this AS 100, I have router number 1. I have AS 200. In this AS 200, I have router number 2. Now, if R1 and R2 need a connection, so in that scenario, they need a eBGP protocol that is called External Border Gateway Protocol. And the session which is connecting the R1 and R2, we actually called as eBGP session. So BGP has its two kind of a protocol, eBGP and iBGP. If you are connecting your router from the different AS number or a different AS value, then you need eBGP session. Okay. And how you are going to configure it? Let's say in the R1, the command are pretty simple. I'm just writing down. Let's say router BGP. For R1, I'm writing down. Okay, for R1. So router BGP, and you will define your own AS value. Now, when you are defining your neighbor now, because in BGP we define the neighbor manually. So when you are defining a neighbor, let's say the neighbor IP is 10.1.1.2, and you will write something as remote hyphen AS. At that time, you will define that this neighbor is coming from AS value 200, right? In the same manner, let's come on R2. On R2 again, you are doing router BGP. Here you are defining your own AS plus 200. And when you are defining the neighbor, so this neighbor, let's say 10.1.1.1, and it is coming from the remote AS of 100. So commands are pretty simple, and understanding is also a pretty simple thing, that when you are connecting the routers from the different AS, here you are using the eBGP, right? And the default TTL value in the eBGP is 1. TTL stands for time to live. Okay, now let's talk about iBGP. So iBGP stand for Internal Border Gateway Protocol, right? Now in the iBGP, it used when the BGP router belonged to the same autonomous system. So it is used when BGP routers belong to same autonomous system. So let's say I have a autonomous system. This is AS100. In this AS100, I have R1 and R2. If I want to connect my R1 and R2, this session is known as iBGP session because it is connecting in the same AS. Right. Now let's have the command. Let's say on the R1, if you want to configure the iBGP, so you have to write, let's say router BGP AS value is 100. And when you are defining the neighbor, let's say the opposite neighbor is 2.2.2.2. And the remote AS of this neighbor is 100 only. Right. On the R2, again router BGP, you will write down the AS number, then you will define your neighbor. So here the neighbor is 1.1.1.1 and the remote AS you are getting is 100, right? So this is called iBGP when you are connecting the router from the same autonomous system, right? And one more thing, guys, in iBGP, a route learned from one iBGP neighbor cannot be advertised to the another iBGP neighbor. This is the one thing we are using here, right? So yeah, this is all about iBGP. Now, if I just talk about the difference, let's come on the conclusion. So if I talk about the difference between eBGP and iBGP. So first of all, understand the full form. So full form is here it is called external and here it is called internal. Right. The AS values here are different. So here it is different AS, here it is same AS. Here the TTL value is 1. By default, here it is 255. Right? And if I talk about the scalability, so on the behalf of scalability, eBGP is easier, but iBGP require the full mesh topology either, or it require a concept called route reflector, right? So this is all about the iBGP and eBGP. Now let's take one more real world example. Let's say you have a company and your company name is ABC. You have two vendors. First is Airtel, second is Geo. You have two vendors. Airtel AC is 100, Geo is 200. Now, if your Airtel and Geo wants to connect in order to facilitate the communication in your company, so this is called the eBGP sessions. Getting my point? This is the eBGP sessions. Okay, and the router which is coming under the Airtel and they are trying to have a communication that is called as iBGP, and here also it is referred as iBGP, right? So this is all about the iBGP and eBGP routing protocol. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much, and we will come back with the different interesting topics. Till that time, bye bye.